What's going on, y'all? It's your girl King motherfucking Goddess, and you are now rocking with the Kickback podcast.
Hey man, it's capital O double D, and it's the Frontline Avengers Rockstar I.
Rex Savage, R-E-C-K Savage. You already know the bop.
It's your boy Capital Q U Moving 3 ST 2 times at the Kickback. You know, we cool enough.
Okay.
So shout out to your boy Brooklyn's on Batman. You know what time it is. Tune in with the Kickback podcast. Don't be a fucking joker. If not, bah.
Mic check 1 2. Check. Yeah. Mic check. All right.
Shit, sorry about that. No corona. What up, everybody? Welcome to the Kickback Podcast. I'm DJ Sip.
Danny Vita.
Yes, we are back here another week, man. We got another lovely guest right here.
Yes.
We got to press for time. We'll let you jump into it. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no, definitely all good. You know what I'm saying? The queen herself, hailing from New York. Hey, Goddess. What's good, babe? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Nice. So, of course, we got at the Kickback, what we do, we like to definitely talk about, what you got going on, projects you have coming out. Definitely shout out to Scott Morris for putting this together. But just real quickly, just kind of give the people just a little bit of, who you are and what you do, and then we'll get into the shits.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl King motherfucking Goddess. I'm a Brooklyn bitch anyhow, from Brownsville, New York. I'm 23 years old. I'm a rapper, songwriter, and I'm out here, all grind, unsigned, independent artist.
Period.
Facts.
Okay, say less. Okay. So I'm gonna dig into this little EPK real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So you hoop?
Yeah, I went to college for ball.
That's crazy.
Where'd you
So
play?
Point guard, shooting guard.
you are the height.
Herkimer County.
Okay, is that on top?
Upstate.
Okay. Damn.
Okay.
What's up?
Mm-hmm.
And I see that was a hard choice. I see for you. Like, can you talk about that real quick? Just like the decision.
It wasn't really too hard because it wasn't like a decision like I made myself. It kind of just like it happened. Like before I started rapping, I was working in a strip club as a bartender, and I was working everywhere.
That's a joke. Okay.
I was working everywhere. Starless,
I was gonna
Love,
say love. Yeah, y'all can.
I was everywhere. But what happened was when I first started working in Luz, I was in college playing ball, but I needed money like as every other college student. Like I was a full college student, and I tried to work study on campus and stuff, but I didn't like it. Like they just wasn't paying me enough. I felt like
There's no money to pay.
Yeah, it's nothing. So I went and I got my bartender's license and I started bartending. And instead of them like asking me, they basically like told me I was a stripper and benched me. Right. So
Wait. She said bench. For those who don't know, what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
like I ain't get no playing time.
Okay, alright, cool. I didn't know that was like a stripping term.
Yeah,
He was just
I ain't get no
straight
playing
sports.
time. Basically, yeah. Because basically he's talking about it's on the athletic program or whatever.
Oh.
Because I'm on Instagram posting the pictures at the bar.
I thought you meant the strip club came to you and said like you were going to be a bartender.
No, my basketball team, my
I get you,
college.
I get you.
Right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I went to school for basketball. Like, I didn't go to school because I was one of those students that loved school or anything. I went to school for basketball. Like, I'm from the hood. When you from the hood, like, you need a scapegoat.
Mm-hmm.
And school was my scapegoat from the streets. So, I was mad. So I started full-blown working into the strip club, and I finished online. So
Nice. Shout out to you, sis.
that was a little story about myself.
No,
We needed that. People need to hear that.
At the Kickback, we like, of course, you're an amazing, talented, beautiful person, but like we want to get more about you. We know you're a great artist, but like we want to learn more about you. Let people know about K Goddess. So like that's why we talk about stuff.
K Goddess has an education and a degree.
Yes, you cannot play
Don't
with
judge a
this.
book by its cover. Period.
Okay, so let's talk about it. So you were in the strip club. You were still multitasking school, but then the music came.
Yeah.
So how did you get introduced into that?
I've always done music. Like even in school, I always done music. Music was always a part of my life. Like anything that I did was with music. Playing basketball, you have to warm up to music, practice the music. Like music was surrounded around me because it would set the tone of my day. I always went in poetry and everything. And when I was in school, it's funny because when I was in school, a lot of the college students used to try to tell me like I needed to rap, and I was just like nah, I'm good. Because my mother was a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
my
came
mother
dropping the tree. Okay.
Facts. My mother was a rapper. But yeah, so I didn't want to be a rapper. So once I started working in a strip club, I felt like I was there for too long. And I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to rap and I'm going to go full blown. And ever since then, I've been going hard. Here 3 years later. Bow.
Really? 3 years?
3 years.
Damn, because I'm like going through your bio, I'm seeing like you did a lot, like getting the gigs co-signed.
In a
Yes.
3-year
Like,
time.
a lot of people don't know gigs is like, all right, just put it in layman's terms. Gigs is like the Jeezy of London.
Yeah.
Would you say? So for him to like, Whipping It Serves is probably his biggest commercial song of the day. So for her to like remix that and like for him to co-sign her, that's real fucking big. All right, give you an idea. Gigs is the guy that was all over the Drake album.
Yeah.
Got
Or
it.
More Life.
Got it. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Because of gigs, that's how my fan base started. My fan base started in the UK.
Really?
Interesting.
And
Okay.
interesting, like UK and New York have very similar cultural parallels. So it's like I'm sure your family's just as big out there as it is in New York.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do see in your EPK, you did some, reality TV work, but you were also producing, you did produce for Cardi B, or for Swift.
Swift produced for Cardi.
Swift produced for Cardi. Okay, cool. But what was that like, working with
I still work with
Yes.
Swift. He right there. In the building.
Swift is in the building. Yo, okay, well, you know what? We're going to talk about that later because that's a whole other Swift separate interview. But talk about just, even just working with, because now, you got people with names, people now looking at you, you getting that notoriety. What has that been like?
It's been dope, so it's been with me since the beginning. So it's been dope. I love it.
That's so dope. How do you handle, just social media and, talking to people, engaging with fans?
It wasn't too much of a twist because, basketball, that's where a lot of the fame came from. And then working in a strip club, that comes with it. So, like, talking to people and dealing with customer service, like, it comes hand in hand. So, like, with my fan base now, it was weird at first because at first I really didn't know how to deal with the negative comments. Like, I used to go crazy.
I was just about to ask
Like,
that.
you ready to pop
Because
off?
like your journey coming from hooping to the club to rapping, it's like the people on the blocks are like, yo, what you doing? Like,
Nah,
they gonna
hell no. Everybody from my hood is just a bunch of hustlers. Everybody hustled. Like, everybody went through a transition in their life. Everybody know, like, we got our own path. We got to figure out what works for us. So I'm just figuring out what works for me in this music, At first it was weird, all the backlash and stuff I used to get. I used to not know how to deal with it. I used to argue back with everybody all the time under the comments.
Like a
Now,
smoke.
I'm just like, it's 3 years later, I'm like, listen, I don't got time for you. I'm like,
I think you're doing the right thing because like you hustling backwards. If you out here in our comments arguing, just like if they comment, at least looking at you.
No,
So,
but when you get in
so,
a rush like that, it's crazy.
It can be
Like,
overwhelming,
it's crazy.
sure.
They tell you what you doing. Like, how you gonna tell me what I just went? Like,
So speaking of what you're doing right now, like, we in the quote unquote pandemic, 2019. How's it been maneuvering as an artist? Like you say, you're still early in your career, 3 years in. How's that been for you? Like you're on the upward tick and like this kind of like slow things down for you. How's that been navigating that? This
Or
past
did it
6
even
months?
slow things down for you?
besides like not performing and not traveling as much, it didn't slow anything down for me. Like
Okay.
I dropped 3 EPs, 3 projects since the pandemic.
Nice.
My money went up.
Hey.
Like, yeah, I've been getting like so many promotion deals, and because I'm good with social media. Like I'm a hustler. Like I know how to grind. Like if something new happens, I know how to get in tune quick. You know what I'm saying?
So you're like smart. Like a lot of people who are been in the game don't know how to work social media like that. So they need shows.
Yeah.
They need in live person like meetings to make their money. So for you to be able to finesse a system like that, like you win it.
Yeah.
Kudos to you. And you know, a reoccurring theme we talk about in the show, because I saw you actually worked with OnlyFans. Has that helped out a lot with your promotion with your music, or how do you use it for your platform?
I just started OnlyFans like 3 days ago. And
Oh, okay, new.
Yeah, and I already made like K's behind. Like it's been 3 days.
Oh, lit. Okay.
But OnlyFans don't. I don't know, because being that I just started, OnlyFans takes when you first start, it takes a time. Like you can't get your money like that.
Oh,
So I'm not even
okay.
paying attention to
Oh,
OnlyFans
so you have to
right
wait
now.
to hit
Like
the
a week
number
in the
and then
hole?
cash out.
You gotta wait 7 days. I just hit my 7-day mark. No, so it's been 7 days. I just made my 7-day mark today. And they started like releasing my funds like little by little or whatever.
Oh,
But they don't
see,
release
I didn't even
but
know.
when you release it, I guess you gotta wait for all of it to release. Then you gotta click something else. You gotta request for it to go out. Like it's just
Oh, this
some
is
shit.
intense.
Yeah, but I made mad bread on that shit, but I'm just waiting.
Oh, that's a
No,
savings account
so-
right now.
Yeah, OnlyFans is like saving, like let's
Everyone
build
listen
up
to
for
this
a
in
house
previous
right here.
episodes. I'm like a huge like promoter of OnlyFans. I think when you get your money.
Yeah,
like,
my
if there's
OnlyFans
money
is
to be made,
wild.
why would
So
you not like?
any of y'all freaky out there, go to onlyfans.com/kgoddess with 3 S's, and you subscribe or whatever, because my OnlyFans is freaky, but don't get confused, alright? Because I'm a motherfucking rapper, and OnlyFans is another hustle. Period.
the end of the day, the coin.
Yo, shout out to all my Reddit creeps out there. You know,
Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe.
So talk about it. You did drop. You said you dropped 3 projects. You know, what are you pushing right now, Heavy?
I'm pushing all 3. Like,
Okay, talk about
I
it.
choose like at least 1 or 2 songs of each project.
Okay.
Because like with each project, what I learned is like when it came to my music, at first I wasn't really dropping music because I felt like oh, they gotta warm up to me, they gotta do this, they gotta do that. Now it's more so like I'm dropping whatever I feel, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm allowing my fans to be like, to get more in tune with me rather than me just sitting back trying to make my fans happy.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because
Right.
at first that's all I was doing. Like I need to figure out what my fans like, let's do this.
Gotta please them,
The
yeah.
fans is gonna like whatever you like, whatever you doing, whatever you are, you keeping real, you being organic. That's what the fans is gonna like. So once I started just being myself, that's why it's so easy for me to drop 3 projects this year. Because this year I've been so much on social media and working social media that my fans is like, yo, we need to hear your music. I just been like dropping tapes. So right now I take like 1 or 2 songs from each tape and I just perform it here, perform it here. You know, if I'm doing my OnlyFans video, put that music in the background.
Right.
There, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I think that's so smart because I feel like it'd be 6 months ago, artists would not drop music.
Yeah.
In the last 2 months, we've had so much music, and it's been like refreshing because we've been at home, all at home, like, yo, what to do, what to listen, what to watch. So, like, I think you're doing so smart, dropping so much music.
Thank you.
Because think of all the artists that's dropped continuously throughout the pandemic. Like,
Right.
I'm listening to all their music.
Yeah.
So I think that's why you've seen like a uptick in commerce and money and
And
fans.
it's a perfect time to put out content because then you get out, you know, new listeners,
Yeah.
you know, those that are trying to find something to listen to. So, you know, definitely here at the Kickback Podcast, there's a theme that we bring about when we do our interviews. It's called the most interesting thing. And what that is, you know, what is it about you that makes you, why do you do what you do? Why do you go so hard? Or something that make, you know, your fans just don't
It's
know
like you're
upfront
clearly
about
talented. That you don't have to do this.
you. Yeah.
Like you can do it from like talk. I've only met you, know you 30
And you
minutes.
move,
From
so-
talking to you, like you're resourceful. Like you gonna make it out. You gonna make it happen. So like you don't have to do this. Like what's the most interesting about you?
The most interesting about me is that I'm not just doing it for me, I'm doing it for my grandmother. Like I'm
Nice.
doing it for my family members, for my little brother, my little sister. Like I'm the oldest child. Like you know what I'm saying? If I don't make it out, they don't make it out. You know, so
Respect.
I'm making sure they make it out. Period. Facts.
Yeah, I've been interviewing people for 3-4 years. That's probably one of the most sincere answers I've got. No, seriously, I'm not trying.
No, it is. That's why we wanted to incorporate that because, of course, like you said, we get to know. We can Google stuff, you know,
Yeah.
just about what you do, but people get to know you better and just get to know you like just in a closer sense. So, you know, definitely let people know the projects that you're currently pushing.
Currently, I'm pushing Big Goddess V1, The Arrival, and East Coast Bitch out now on all streaming platforms. K Goddess, K space GODDESS. Make sure you go get those. And my name is K Goddess Official on all social media platforms. So make sure you tune in. Facts. Bow. I'm a Brooklyn bitch anyhow. Period. Facts.
This will be on the YouTube, so people will have the link in the bio for your Instagram, as well as the OnlyFans. We're trying to get you to check at all points.
Yeah, so when we
Support
drop,
black businesses.
we're gonna drop the audio. We'll have the audio next week. We'll have the link to your Instagram, everything in there. And so if everyone fucking K Goddess, link in bio. OnlyFans. She's lovely, intelligent, multi.
This is what hustlers do. This is what they look like. This is what we're doing. Okay? So we're going to definitely take a quick little break, shift in for the next group, for the next cameo. Being saying, get K Guys out of here so you can get these coins and this, you know, everything.
One quick question, K Goddess. I know you down here doing a little run in Atlanta. You got any studio time planned with anyone? Or?
Yeah, I have studio time tonight and tomorrow.
Okay, how long are you down there for?
I'm supposed to leave tomorrow, but now it's looking like I'm gonna be down here till Thursday. So these next few extra days, I'm just in the studio.
I think Atlanta, like you can fall into a fire session any night, so you never know. So I think that's the right thing. So
That's it.
definitely I look forward to hearing more music.
Thank you.
And definitely stay safe out here. You know what I'm saying? It's raining and shit.
Corona's still out,
Yes.
y'all.
Corona is still out. For
Wash
sure.
your hands, everything.
But definitely try to enjoy Atlanta as much as y'all can. Like I'm sure y'all been down here before, but it's a lovely city. Definitely hospitable. Enjoy as much as y'all can.
we gonna try.
Absolutely. So we'll be back. Take a quick little recess. Gang, gang.
You out here pandering.
Yeah, you know.
Pandering.
Thank you.
So we
All right, y'all. What up, y'all? Welcome to the Kickback Podcast. I am DJ Sip.
Danny Vita.
We are back here today, man. We got another episode. We got a wonderful guest. I'm gonna let Danny introduce the gentleman to you. All right.
Yes, okay. I'm saying hailing from another king from New York, you know what I'm saying? We got Brooklyn Batman with the 8s for the beat. You know what I'm
Gotta be
saying?
the eights.
The 8s for the beat.
Gotta be the eights.
I'm not even gonna
Gotta be the 8s.
When she sent me your artist bio today, that's the first thing that stood out to me. And I was like, this is great SEO. Because think about when people spell Brooklyn Batman, they put in like crazy I's and E's and like, I don't know how to spell that shit like. So like, I think that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? But more or less, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, doing phenomenal. I'm in Atlanta. The weather's nice. I'm feeling bright. Having a successful night, never thinking twice. You know what I mean?
You're like Dr. Seuss, goddamn it.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. So, let's start talking about origins, you know what I'm saying, how we got started. How did you get the name and the persona of Brooklyn Batman?
Well, I'm a little bugged out anyway. I don't know because of just the solitary confinement thing, but I just imagine a lot.
Okay.
And I just came up with an idea, from like reading this. It's just a saying that happened to me when I was in solitary confinement. As a psychologist came to me, I'm just like, everything you are is based on what you think and what you consume. And he said, whatever you want in life is simple. Whatever you consume on a daily basis, whatever, like smell, touch, eat, read, listen to music, your mind is a cup. What you put into it, the smell of it is going to be reality. So if you put shit in your cup, the smell of it is going to be reality. If you put coffee and sweet aroma in your cup, the smell of it is going to be reality. So me, at that time, I was in a very, how can I say, depressed state, being in solitary confinement.
How long were you in at the shooting?
Well, that's seeing that day. That was only 100 days.
Okay.
But the
only
longest,
100 days.
But that's still some.
And then, just for perspective, like, could you break down this room? Was the room smaller than this living room? Would you say?
yeah, definitely was. But
Right.
it's funny. I eventually started finding peace. It's weird how it happened because then I didn't really want to be in population that time because it's too loud and
Yeah. Once you get accustomed to like yourself.
Yeah, because that's what happens. Like when I fell in love with me and myself, we kind of stopped caring about everybody else and the thinking and the wondering about how they feel about you, stuff like
Because
that.
when you first go inside, it's like, yo, you gotta like.
Yeah.
Where were you at?
At that time, I did shoot in Rikers Island. That was a fun, but it's loud all day. Everybody's yelling, ooh, popping, da 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 da. This is like upstate. You in the woods. So
Like Clinton or Attica or something?
I came home from Clinton,
Okay.
but my solitary confinement that was in Sullivan County.
Okay.
I did upstate box and upstate box. I did upstate in Governor. That's what I did a year, a whole year solitary confinement.
I'm not even gonna get into what you did to get there because like that's what bullshit. You did your time, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about the positivity.
Yeah.
What I'm intrigued by is like you taking that moment and like taking that energy and putting it into positivity.
Yeah.
Like what you said right there, like when you said I'm in solitary, I thought you were like making a play on words as like for Corona. And then you're like actual solitary confinement.
It's funny that when Corona came, like I had fun. Like everybody was just like, oh, depressed, and I was like, this is our time.
Yeah.
Superhero action time.
Yeah.
I'm about to go
I love it.
You
How
know?
long have you been home for?
Now I've been home since 2013. I mean, I had a couple of
Okay.
violations.
No.
No,
I had a couple
you
of
know.
violations after that, but we overcame it. So I've been home
That's
since
amazing.
2013.
Yo, salute, man.
Salute, King.
I just from another black man, I love to hear that you didn't let the system break you, and like you did the time, you didn't let time do you. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what. So then that's what I'm saying. That's where the superhero Batman come about. Back to my imaginary thoughts. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being a gangster. I want to be a superhero, and a superhero saves lives, saves the community. And the only dream, that's where my pain come from. I'm like, I never seen my father, but my son was born while I was in prison. And I'm like, damn. I look how history repeats itself.
Yeah.
I didn't even want that. You know what I mean? I wanted to be there for my son.
Yeah.
But I'm born in, if he's born, I'm in solitary confinement with no hope to touch, to write a letter. I beat him up, the baby mom at the time. Now, I have a second chance at life. So I'm like, the only person, the only way you gonna save your whole generation, your bloodline from poverty, generational poverty, is being a superhero. You have to be a superhero if you're gonna come from the trenches. You know what I mean? To even then after that, it's like you even have an obligation. Like now you have a certain way of coming out the trenches. What about the other homies? Are you gonna be the ones that just be like, you know what? We're proper now. We're just gonna talk. Listen, whoever's with my mindset, and that's what I'm gonna deal with, or you're gonna actually start giving the same lessons to your homies. You know what I mean? Because if you really love your peoples, your homies, your friends, whoever, you know, you're gonna share. This is the.
If I eat, we all eat. Like,
yeah, this is the way. You could go that way. You know what I mean? But that's where the Batman come in. Because I love Batman. You know why I love Batman? He never had superpowers.
I was just about to ask you about that. So you're familiar with the history of Bruce Wayne and all that?
It's always familiar. Like I said, I was reading anything I could read.
Oh, yeah, we was doing
I
like
was
a
just
whole
about to
thing.
say, I'll tell you about
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Your story is kind of like if you know the story, Batman was locked away with Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, it's a fact.
They had to find
That is
himself.
a fact. That's why I love that, because I'm like, damn. I'm like, this is like a real, like, man, I relate to Batman, you know? And his power came from pain.
Yeah.
His power didn't come from, like,
Was
you know,
it Dark
you
Knight
know,
when he broke guys broke?
You know, I don't like criminals.
When Bane broke his back,
Right.
threw him into shit, and then like,
Every time
jump
you
to get the rope. And,
It's a fact. Every time you watch Batman, you know, he always fails first. He fails a bunch of times, and he just be angry all the time. He had ambition, but then he learned every time. He tried, he learned. Tried, failed forward, learned from mistakes. You know what I mean? And that's the ultimate. Like Batman's really the ultimate human being. Like he shows you willpower, because God gives free will, but and determination. Everything that's miraculously made in this world is based on the human thinking and his faith and his beliefs. So that's why I like the Batman. But you know, I'm black. I'm from the hood.
Yeah.
You know, so he still lucked up. His parents was killed, but he was born rich.
Yeah.
Man, my daddy left before I was even born. He was even killed.
So were you doing music before you went in, or was it something a result of your time up top and you kind of, it was something
It's funny.
positive thing?
My story's weird. I mean, I don't want to get too into it because I ain't into the black ball politics and all that stuff. But let's just say I had an opportunity to be like super great young before I went to jail. I was hitting on through the scenes. I had a certain manager at that time, you know, but things got a little dark behind the scenes. Me and the manager didn't click because I don't agree with the soul selling type of thing.
Yeah, I agree. I understand.
And when it got lit, all of a sudden every time I do a show, police was there, and I went to jail back to back. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say everything.
Yeah, I already know.
But
We got you.
But you just say after I went back to back, I had a decision
Yeah.
to go a shot again. And he was like, "You'll come to my office." I said no. And because I had to sleep that night, you know, certain things.
Yeah.
You know, money ain't everything. And even an opportunity, you know, you could blow opportunity, but I just feel like you always have a chance. If you have breath, you always have a chance. So here we are, we're gonna do this independent thing until we create value, you know, and see what happens.
I mean, honestly, we'll go back one thing. I just want to. I'm just skimming while I'm talking. But anyways, like, it sounds like, I mean, you got everything going for you right now. You got the image, the story, everything going well. And like, and also being from Brooklyn, like y'all have like the light on. Y'all always had the light on you, but Brooklyn right now for the last 2 years.
Atlanta, man, I love where Atlanta
Atlanta's been at it, but like Brooklyn worldwide, like y'all was talking about 5 years earlier, man, like RP Pop Smoke, and then all like that whole like, and then even we started with like Young Ma and Roddy and Bobby like 4 or 5 years ago, like it's like a resurgence of like of energy in Brooklyn right now. That's insane.
It is, because we got a lot of. It's like I said, pain like a lot of power come from pain. There's a lot of things going on in Brooklyn. It's a lot of mental oppression. If you want to think about it, it's not like they're just lucky. There's a lot of people that's so ambitious because they're going through so much struggle, and then there's competition too. You know what I'm saying? It's like a crab in a barrel thing, but there's a lot of star power there. So it's kind of like the diamond in rough. So what's happening is so much pressure that people just bing, another diamond, bing, another diamond. That's what's going on in Brooklyn, because we're really kind of like I fuck with Atlanta because Atlanta will fuck with each other.
That's the only thing that's fucking Brooklyn up.
That's what's fucking
That's
us up.
the only thing that's fucking Brooklyn up for like.
So it's like with Brooklyn, it's like we the ones that's popping off is the one that's going the extra mile for work. They disciplined, they work ethic, they be more unified, and everybody on their own thing. But just imagine if Brooklyn had the Atlanta mentality. A lot of us have been out of here shooting.
It would be because like y'all are popping already, but it would be night and day. If everyone was cool, there was no beef, and it was just like Atlanta. You could run in the studio and see QC, you can see Lil Baby, you can see
all love.
What's happening? It's all cool. and it's like 3 different parts of the city, and they're all just no problems, shit like that. Like, and yeah, man. But let's get into music, man. Let's talk about the music.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I see that you had your first mixtape was Ethiopian.
Yeah, it was Ethiopian.
Okay.
That's before the Batman.
I was gonna say that. So
my name was I don't know. Yeah, I can't try.
No, we didn't find
So
it.
the album name was Ethiopian, or
It was Ethiopian. You know, Ethiopian, they skinny, like African, they hungry, they got a big belly.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Filled up with air. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
I can't see your face. I was gonna say, are you Habeshan? But I was like, all right, I didn't know.
Nah, you know, I made a tape called Ethiopia because I was just like going and like being hungry.
Yeah.
You know, just like the
Okay.
African kids and kids in Africa. And we're just gonna get it by any means necessary, you know?
Speaking of which, because we was talking about COVID and him taking those like extra steps to really like be Batman. The tea tree infused mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
My girl won't fucking stop on Tea Tree, man. Like that's
Yo, listen, that's why I was like,
that's the thing.
that's why I said COVID was fun for me because you gotta just know like me, I study like my anatomy, my body and stuff like that. I'm
nice.
into the Dr. Save You movement. I'm a vegan. I'm an alkaline vegan. So I was just like, when that Corona hit, I was like, damn, this is like one of those fear tactics. And even though I'm not saying Corona is not real because it is, whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I just knew the simple thing was it came through health. And it came through the body. Even doing the research, it says that old elders, people that has certain
the
immune system is bad. So I was like, yo, my immune system is strong. To make it strong, you gotta eat what your body is made, like what God made it for. You know what I mean? So
Yo, I've been on the same thing, like trying to exercise.
I was in a
sleep
plane.
well.
Yo, I'm in a plane by myself. I'm like, yo, look. Like, if you go to my grave, you see me, nobody's there. I'm like, I'm outside, I'm going to Cali, I'm going to
It's out in the
Miami.
streets.
You know, I'm promoting the mask and the frontline Avengers. We over here outside running down. We even did a survey on Instagram, promoted it, free mask for people that had family that's in Corona, and we were going to the house,
Nice.
knocking on the door. Everybody's scared this time. This is when Corona really hit.
This is
you
like
know?
March or something.
And I was like, yo, this one I'm gonna do. We're gonna make it designer because we want to have different colors. Because kids, people ain't thinking about the psychology what the kids is going through.
Yeah.
Make it fun now. Have different colors matching yourself. Then we put the tea tree on you because if you think about tea tree, it's a virus that fights viruses and increases the white blood cells in your body.
And it's overall stimulant, makes you feel
And
better.
it kills fungi, virus and bacteria.
So some of your skin feel like it's like peel skin.
Yo,
Skin
we sold like 5,000 in like what, at least a month.
That's
5,000.
insane.
And then suddenly all the designers started coming out with Corona masks. I don't even think the designers was thinking about Corona masks.
I think you were ahead of the game.
I feel like
exactly.
Because you saw that, like, we ain't gonna be here for a minute, so like, let's start getting the masks. Because I know for me, I didn't start buying multiple masks until the summer. Like, I wasn't thinking it's gonna be. Right, honestly, in February, I did not think we would be here right now.
I definitely
To be
didn't.
real with you.
well, man, listen, I was just like, we outside, we're gonna spread the love. We even made World Star with Jacqueline. Shout out to Jacqueline from Love and Hip Hop. We did some donating, giving it back, to the community in Brownsville and East New York, Flatbush, just all over the Bronx, Harlem families, and it was a good thing, just doing that. Shout out to the frontline Avengers, they here with me.
And I was just about to get into that. We have some gentlemen to your right.
Yeah, and I was
They're
actually
real
gonna
quiet.
bring up
So
this
we gonna get them talking.
this record that y'all did, Corona Killer.
Yeah, we was like having fun. I was like, you know what? Because we affiliated, but we're gonna be banging the right way.
Yeah, y'all was in the hazmat suits and it was the whole like thing.
Yo, Corona Killer, man, Corona K, yo. You gonna fight these villains, you know what I'm saying?
I love it.
And honestly, like, I just want to explain what you said. Like, at the end of the day, like, you do whatever you do, but you do it for the good cause of good. Like,
Yeah,
that's what it's about, man. Like,
This is all about.
because there's a lot of young niggas out here running down for what? For some dumb shit.
Yeah, for some dumb shit, you don't have to do that. It's about your money, get your credit, get your mom a house, get
family,
you a house, buy multiple houses, put other homies and opportunities to make a business and stuff like that. That's what we're gonna do, man. And know who's the real enemy and attack. You know what I'm saying? Attack, keep moving.
So this is a really random question. You did a lot of R&D on that mask. I'm looking at it. It's like a lot that goes into that. Like this whole time I've been looking at it, goes behind the
Listen,
ear.
man, you gotta
He
tell
got
the
the
outfit.
eyes, the black eyes. 'Cause I was looking at it first time. People, I was like,
No,
what
it's
the-
detailing. Like
I
he's
was
like
this ain't
all
just
the way
bullshit.
in. I
You know what
love
I'm saying?
it.
Like,
Man,
You gotta talk to Alfredo, man. You know, you gotta talk to big Alfredo Black, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to
they peep me, people. I was looking at them, so I was like, and I saw them, and I was like, oh, these niggas think I'm laughing at them or something. I was like, oh,
No, it's we're intrigued.
yeah, I was in the
Used
mass.
to it now.
Okay.
Now that's dope. So let's talk about this new single, Chitty Bang.
Chitty bang, chitty bang.
Chitty Bang, okay?
You know?
So let's talk about it. Produced by Dre the Most.
It was a
Shout out
fun
to you.
track. Like, you know, we artists still at the end of the day. And then, you know, when you artists, you only get put in a box. You know, we very like lyrical, then we got the drill scene, then we got the love song scene. But I was like, yo, I want to do some rock and roll, hip hop rock and roll, you know what I mean? So Chitty, so we hearing this, I was like, you know, let's make a rock song that is lyrical and still turn up at the same time, you know?
That's my vibe.
I know.
I was like,
I'm sounding real corny, like real, like, oh man, I love everything, but I love that because like being from the East and Brownsville, I feel like everything coming out of that area is drill.
Yeah, it's a lot of drill.
And it's like that's cool. I love drill. I love UK grime. I love all that shit. But it's like it's so monotonous. So like for you to come out like, you know, I'm gonna do this different. Like, that I think is gonna set you apart in the long run.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, I like the way it sounds. It's more, it's like I said, I realized that song is good for like concerts, clubs, stadiums. It might not, maybe if it's a workout, it might be a workout song, you know, but I was like, I still wanted to drop jewels, you know, while I be dropping the song. I love what's going on. That shit was played in the club last night at 42 Doug. 42 Doug was at,
Fuck a pro black job.
what, church on Sunday or something?
Yeah, that nigga 42 Doug's like a little kid, man. That nigga is a little kid.
Opium? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yo, and then we was already caught up with some other like event and stuff like that. And that shit, when we looking at the live, we see the people popping bottles to this shit. I'm like, oh, this shit going on. You know what I mean? Atlanta's showing a lot of love. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so definitely, like I said in the previous segment, there's a recurring theme called the most.
Whoa.
I'm gonna still keep it going.
No, I just want a question before you
Yes.
say that. I don't want
Okay.
to
I'm not wrapping up. I wasn't wrapping it up.
Okay,
I wasn't wrapping it up.
I was
No.
about to say, these guys are the right.
No, because I'm gonna do connected. I'm
Okay,
connected.
all right,
Yeah.
perfect.
But there are people that, of course, you do have a following. That, you know, people have seen you around. You know, other artists, other things you were doing. But there are things, of course, that people do not know about you. You know, we call it the most interesting thing. So, what is the most interesting thing about you that sets you apart?
I'm actually a writer. I came out with a book first before I came on my music.
Really?
I wrote a book called
That's good.
Seeds in the Concrete. It actually got 5 stars on Amazon.
Non-fiction?
That's a fiction. I made it a fiction story. And actually, it was my first album. So, being an independent artist, I knew that I was going to get a whole bunch of streams. And I had to make money as an artist. So, what I did was take a whole album, make QR scans, and put it in the pages of the book, and made it exclusive.
Nice.
So you couldn't get the music unless you bought the book.
But you're Nipsey.
Oh, that's some Nipsey shit?
Well, okay, I say that Nipsey had shirts where
Oh,
you know, he had the
yeah, that's
codes
it right
and
there.
things.
All right, perfect.
Okay, where you had basically like codes, but you had like actual footage.
I didn't even know he did that.
Yeah, but it was in his like merchandise. But either way, shout out to
Yeah,
you.
this is 5 years
That's
ago,
dope.
too, guys.
Yeah.
It's 2015.
We went hard with the commercials. We even did virtual reality commercials before, like all the virtual, like if you go, this is like when you had to do virtual reality with GoPros. You know, we just wanted to be.
We talking before AR.
Yeah, it's just that we just wanted to be different and respected because I feel like in the industry, everybody could be rap.
Yeah.
Rap. So I was like, you know what? Let's show our work ethics. Let's create something amazing that people could always remember, always respect. Let's be innovative. Let's be the first of something. You know, whether it get recognized now or later, it just makes some type of historical landmark. You know, and now it's like, you know what? You just make an album, put in the book, make the best music we could, and when they read the book, they scan it. Oh, this shit's fire. You know, so far, you know, it seemed like it's going up. We made a lot of money with Seeds in the Concrete. Started clothing lines from the fans.
I was
Nice.
literally just keeping that.
The hat, the baby, and you know, baby stands for seeds. Babies and seeds is the same thing, you know. And you know, just growing from the concrete. You know, this is all from the concrete. We had no help with this. We had to take, you know, necessary steps, risks, discipline, work ethic, and that's what he hit, man. Superhero shit. That's what that's.
It's crazy. I literally just peeped the same hat. When I first walked in, I thought it was like some Nigel. Like green and the black and white. It was smart.
Word.
So, I've been trying to get to these gentlemen too, like these people, right? How have you, like, how did y'all get together? Did you know before your time,
The
your
streets.
reflection?
They just say
The streets put us together.
You know, the concrete grows, you know what I'm saying, over Brooklyn.
We from Brooklyn. You got myself, Quest, aka Static Shock. Got your boy.
Rockside, okay, aka Dr. I.
Okay.
I'm Rex Savage, aka Spider Woman.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Man,
Catching jokers.
catching
Catching
jokers.
jokers.
Okay.
As a collective.
And like this, this superhero movement is like, it's spiritual for me. It's like, it's bigger than just trying to make money. It's spiritual. Because we like saving ourselves and like saving the people that's watching. Because we telling stories and messages, you know? The seed in the car coming from nothing. Like, that's alchemy. When you could just, you could just, like, just imagine, like, what would, that's our power. Imagine just taking dirt, nothing, and just
Turn it
gold.
into gold.
Like, that's alchemy.
So all right, let's get y'all. I like that. Y'all build better school. What's y'all's favorite superhero power? What y'all say? Out of any superpower, like to me, I think if I could be any superhero, I'd be the Hulk. Probably. I feel like. The Hulk or Thor, one of the two, because I feel like they're like indestructible. I'd probably Thor.
I be Storm.
He's a god.
Storm's on my arm.
I think it's for me personally, I'm going with Static Shock, obviously.
Okay.
Why? It's because
Electrifying.
electrifying. Like, and me personally, I have my own reasons why I go by Static Shock. I like to play in words. So Static Shock was me, which for me basically to shock people. Like for me to show people something that they ain't never seen before. Like when they see me, they saw something like they shock type shit.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Static Shock was, in my opinion, the best superhero ever. Like he controls electricity. He controls for me. You got everybody got electricity. Anybody can.
Yeah.
It's it. Like that's what I'm saying. So it's like God for me. Like
Yeah, I'm gonna say Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
My nigga, I love. I
Control
almost underrated.
Like I don't think there's anything more powerful than controlling time. Like
Exactly.
you have the will and that actual absolute power to, you feel me, change such and such. As saying, you feel me? I'm always in control of my fate, my destiny. I'll never let, you feel me, never let that feel like it's out of my control. So you feel me? That's why I feel like that's my one.
Okay.
I fucks with Spider Man, but
Yeah.
so, but then the Spider Universe movie
The new young,
just
the
came
young
out.
lady, is it a woman Spider-Man?
In the universe.
Kamala,
Universe,
yeah.
Kamala, am I wrong?
No, you are.
Yeah.
you right.
I didn't want to say Kamala Harris, but it's her
Yeah.
name. Her name was that's amazing.
But like personally, when I first watched Spider Man, right, I was like 7.
Yeah.
So personally, he seemed like he was the oddball out of the whole, out of everybody. Like nobody really wanted to fuck with him. Nobody really cared too much about him. Everybody was just on some, he a lame, right? You feel me? That's how I was feeling growing up, until a tragic little accident happened, and then he ended up finding out he got powers, and now he's like, damn, I'm about to use this to help people. Like I'm about to, like personally, my energy, I like to give out my energy to help people. Like that's just me, So that's how I just stuck with that.
No, this is definitely up here again. Okay, so let's also talk about this. So when you guys decided to come together and like make music, of course, like the name Avengers, was that like, you know what, we're gonna be
From
a whole
Avengers, be a whole
Because I mean that's so
Avengers.
organic for that to come up. Like you already like Batman,
I'm
so
gonna say, how y'all feel about that? Y'all are repping like that Avengers traditionally in Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all beef about that?
Like, how does that work?
Because when you think about the Avengers, like Avengers, like you just uniting all our power.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's what the Avengers, and we moving to the front of the line. We started at the back, and we're just like charged up right to the front. We ain't waiting for shit.
As my son
Time
West
ain't been
West-
too long.
As
We
my
moved
son
to the
West
front of the line.
said, being humble to spark an aggression. So it's like now we gotta go. I'm tired of being in the back. I'm tired of waiting. It's my time that came and passed my times, and it's not. I'm just not gonna keep on letting it pass me.
Yeah.
That's a bar right there. Shit.
It was the ball. Yeah, that's what I
Moving.
It's a moving motivation.
Facts.
It's a moving motivation. We just moving to the front of the line. That's it. Ain't nothing to talk about nothing. This is what it is.
So like y'all clearly on the run. Just doing a little run and interviews in Atlanta. You guys, what do y'all promote? Y'all got any music coming out? Y'all got any music out? What do y'all got? What's going on?
And you got Mike Tyson.
Oh,
You
yeah!
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
okay, I like this.
That's hard. You know, we got Sliding from Avengers.
Okay.
They just made my album coming out, Dark Avengers.
Look out for that.
Avengers.
Don't be a joker.
Don't be a joker.
Don't be a joker. Crazy.
You know, it's just like
Coca is it?
Focus Fire, and it's yo, we got a lot of music, man. Like real talk. Like when the world really start paying attention, it's like, yo, where they're gonna say like, where's these guys been? Well, you know, but we have to go through our learning pains because the music business is still a business.
Yeah.
So we could go in the studio and record all day and be like, oh, this is fire. But if we're our own fans, we gotta put it to the world. So here we come in Atlanta, meeting people like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And being grateful and humble for you to sit down and get like the world here where God here.
Yeah, especially
That's
when you
got-
got
Shout out to you guys. Right?
Facts. And another point for me, I like that for me, that I just don't for me. It's like Avengers. It's gonna be a point where I said we gonna be there and y'all gonna recognize us for me. That's what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be something like revenge type shit. Like
I love it.
people's gonna recognize us. For me, it's gonna be a lot of people that recognize us. That's they expect us to be in this.
Because it's like we actually know the industry before the fans, like the public. The industry, we dealt with them first. It's
Right.
weird. So it's like now they seeing us, they kind of like watching, like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, okay, y'all just popping up out of nowhere.
And especially what you have in like your history of the shit that you dealt with before, you kind of know now how to maneuver in certain situations. And like, I'm not even gonna fuck with that. I'm gonna do this way now. Like, so you really kind of have a head start on situations.
Yeah, we definitely got. I could say we definitely have a behind the scene head start, you know. But now it's the work now that has to be placed. It's work ethic that has to be put in place, you know.
A bunch of groundwork, bunch of grinding that gotta happen, and then a lot of recognition that gotta be noticed. Like that's it.
Yeah, we got like a lot of point to prove because we felt like the industry people didn't take us seriously, or maybe they did, and they just like, you know, let's see where they go, you know.
I mean, I think honestly, I wouldn't even take like I like that y'all use that as motivation, but I think the industry at this point now they just want you to bring them a product.
Yeah.
Like, what can you do
They're not
for
into
us?
artist development, so they're like, all right,
Yeah.
what's your base? What you doing? Like, what can we make? How can we make money off you?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, they
value.
can help you out, but like, y'all are doing the right thing by staying like y'all saying independent. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all managers telling me wrap it up. I'm sorry, yo, you guys are going. But is there anything like y'all want to say to the people, like, you know what I'm saying, like, that want to talk about you guys?
GM cigars.
First off, I need y'all to go tune into Quest for me. Quest on YouTube. I just dropped a video by Asia Picasso. That's called Tonight.
Okay.
Rockstar, I got a video out for y'all.
Okay, just type in Rockstar out on YouTube, you feel me?
And what
Mike
does it follow in the bio and
Yeah.
stuff?
Speed it up.
You have all the information in the bio.
Oh yeah, facts. Follow Rex Savage on Instagram. Hit the links in the bio. Tap in.
Oh, dang.
Hop on the lives when we hop on. All that. Like, tap in.
Get engaged.
Yeah, like you know, like we love y'all, man. Love us back, man. We just want to have fun. We're here to have fun. It's not about no, you know, just trying to get attention. Like we just having fun and being creative in our own spirit, man. Tune in. Follow my Instagram, Brooklyn Batman, obviously, and look it up, man. Tune in.
And don't be a joker.
Don't be a joker.
Don't be a fucking joker.
What we coming at?
Or it's gonna be one of those.
I appreciate y'all coming out so much. It was incredible talking to y'all. Like, I hate that it was like such a rushed conversation because like y'all are deep. Like I can talk to y'all.
Y'all gonna be back to Atlanta, so I'm sure we gonna redo this and do it like full kickback podcast live. Oh yeah, no, we gonna do it. We locking in.
He's like, I feel he got the real deep takes on the world. I really need to do. Like, I feel he gets real deep. So yeah, definitely. Next time y'all back in Atlanta, come fuck with us, please.
Absolutely.
We will have everyone follow on Instagram and social media and all that. And appreciate y'all coming fuck with the Kickback, y'all.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Shout out to Kickback.
It's a gang. Other than that, we've had our guests for the evening. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the representation of New York in the building. Time out. Yeah, I need you to say something too.
Black I work for Rock Nation.
Yo,
Get the camera, bro. Get the
Let
camera.
me shout out to the GOAT.
He's that guy.
Now he's that guy, but you heard him right. You heard him right. Oh yeah.
That's the black who that's the black who right
Like
here.
your shout out Kanye.
No face, no
Working
case.
in darkness.
No face, no case. He's the greatest man
Plug
in the
him in.
world. That's it.
I fucked with all this.
Plug him in.
Real tight shoot machine. I fucked up tonight. Shit. I was like, I appreciate y'all coming.
We'll come back,
I'm sorry, y'all.
definitely.
Definitely. Be safe tonight, y'all. Watch for Corona and shit. Watch for 12.
All
All that.
Happy on the watch for 12.
Hand sanitizer.
All right, y'all.
Hand sanitizer.